Breeding for Profit, Steel Nebula Guppies. Episode 1. Alright, fishy folks, welcome to Water Change Wednesday. We are looking at the Steel Nebula Guppies in their new home. They have been upgraded from a 5.5 gallon grow out to a 10-gallon breeding setup tank. What does that mean? Well, there's lots of Java moss, there's other floating plants. This tank was well seasoned, so there's a little bit of algae growth on the glass. You can see over there, kind of sort of through the dirty glass and the glare. But what I'm going to do is document this tank from a breeding perspective. What does that mean? Well, I'm going to do updates, weekly updates on this tank and how many fry we're getting out of it. Because as you can see from, say, this tank with a crap ton of fry, I mean, there's got to be 7,000 in there. We're going to do the same up here. Now, you may notice in some of my tanks these white bags filled with white rock or just a pile of rock there. What is that? Well, that's crushed coral, and that's basically to raise the hardness in the tanks because live bears really thrive in hard water. Now, my water was hard. I don't know. I don't have a TDS meter. I don't know exactly what that means. I was using the Tetra 5-in-1 test strips that tell you what it is, and it said hard. So I don't know, am I going to see a difference or not, but I'm trying something out. Not that I was having a problem with my live bearers. I mean, as you can see, I just put this in Sunday. Today's Wednesday. So you can see, I lied, today is Tuesday. You can see just how many live bearers I have breeding, right? Now, let's get back up here to the Steel Nebula Guppies. I see one problem already. I think there is, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's 11 or 12 fish in here. When I bought them, I was told there was 12, maybe a little more. I don't know if I lost one. I didn't count them. They were so little. But, you know, in 12, if you have a colony of 12 guppies and you're breeding, you want at least 8 females and 4 males. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we got about a 50-50 ratio. Alright, we're gonna see how it goes. If I start losing females, I will separate males and females and go with a 3-to-1 or 2-to-1 ratio. 3 females to 1 male. What happens is males, like other species, tend to harass the females, if you know what I mean. And they harass them to death, basically. They chase them, they rub up against them, we'll say, for the younger folk. You know what I'm saying. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's at least 6 males. I thought I saw one swim in the back, which would be 7 to 5. 7 males, 5 females. Not good. But a lot of space, a lot of hiding, so we'll see how it goes for now. I do want to probably add some more Java moss to this tank to help breeding, but we're going to see how it goes for about a week. So today is Water Change Wednesday. I believe this video will be released on August 2nd, if I've done my math correctly. And if that's the case, hopefully in about a week we should have fry, because there are some gravid females in here. Like that one, that little one. But we'll see. What else is going on in the fish room? Oh, I know. So you see these lights, how they're screwed up there on an angle. And basically, I don't know if this is going to come out on camera. Here we go. So basically, there's a screw right there. I just screwed them right in, and that lights the tanks, and it lights most of the tank, and it lights the room, and it's great. Except here, these tanks have to be out a little farther because of the AC vent work that's back there, and it makes getting fish out of this tank increasingly difficult. Also, the stupid person that designed the air system didn't take into account, and that kind of is right there. So a couple of things may happen. That airline may move, but more than likely it won't move, and I don't know what's going to happen. But I do see another problem with the auto water change system. Let's walk this way. So you can see the auto water change system is working in these 3 tanks, and it's supposed to be off. Well, I know how to fix that. Boom. This valve is supposed to be off, which means it's stuck on again. But I'm taking these tanks down, basically. Or at least not. There's no fish in there. I sold the angels that are in here. The Steel Nebula Guppies were in here. And there hasn't been anything here in quite a while. Alright. Sorry. So, this light. Where was I? This light. So I took the light down to see if I could make it easier to get in there. But that really... It was slightly easier, but nothing like, oh my god, this is the greatest thing ever easy. And it also makes it so there's no light on the red Delta tank, which I'm down to 2 males. Maybe there will be a surprise package for me tomorrow with red Delta females in it. But anyway, sorry. Let's take a look at the tangerine platy tank. I sold, customer ordered 18, and I was just going to send him everything I had in here, but I sent him 20 actually. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's like 10 or 11 left. I couldn't fit these in the box. It would have been a great deal for him, and I would have been happy to get rid of them, but I couldn't fit them in the box. So I have to see if my local fish store wants them next week, or maybe I'll pick out a couple of females and a male and try breeding them again. I don't know. I was excited to get the space back, but then I realized, well, I have that empty tank. I have this tank I got to do something with, just with one electric blue ram that appears to be dying. He's getting very skinny. And I've already treated with levamisole twice. I may go with the fenbendazole or try to get flubendazole, which is the liquid version of fenbendazole, but I digress. That's not what this video is about. But you know, that happens all the time with me, right? It's like, hey, let's just talk about this and this and this and this. Sorry. Where were we? Live bearers, breeding for profit, guppy breeding. Yeah, let's make this about guppy breeding. That would be fun. I get a lot of questions about guppy breeding, and I've done videos on it. And I'll talk about it again if people want to hear about it. But my recipe for guppy breeding is quite simple, and this is a great tank. Lots of cover for the fry, clean water as the water change system is going on as we speak, and good quality food. And when I mean good quality food, I mean good quality food, like Fish Freaks Plus. This is Community Bites. They're tiny little, like half mil or smaller pellets. This is Black Worm Flake. This is new. Everybody loves it. But this is what I fed last night, right? Well, what did I feed to? Well, I feed the flake and I crush it up, and I feed the pellets for the really small fish, and also, I think this is it, fry starter. I have a crap ton of fry in the tank, so I just drop a little pinch of that into every tank, and boom, we're good, yo. All right. Auto water change system has to be dialed in, but to be quite honest, I've been working on getting rid of this tub. It's a disaster. It's taking up space. It really isn't as working as I want, and I believe it's leaking. I believe that's what my leak on the floor is, but I don't know that for sure. So the current plan is in the next couple weeks, take this down and go with just a carbon block filter setup. I already have the filter housing ordered. It's a 3-filter setup. I just have to find a thermostatic mixing valve that's reasonable, that has American threads, but that's a whole nother story. Got the angels over here. Oh, I never told you about my do-it-yourself light. I'll do another video on that, about how I fixed that for $4 instead of buying a new light for like $50. Yeah, we'll do that another time. Crushed coral. So I added the crushed coral to a lot of tanks, not every tank. And I want to see how it does. Now that bag of crushed coral was supposed to go in here, but some dummy just put it in the wrong tank. It's not going to hurt that tank. In fact, it'll help those guys, but I think that line has been destroyed in my fish room. It was a blue grass line, and they looked fantastic when I got them from Corey at Aquarium Co-op. I don't know, 8-9 months ago. I think last November. But I don't know if an Endler got in there or what. Plus, I only have ugly silver females. No males. Alright, guys. Fish Freaks plus Alright, guys. Fish Freaks Plus Food has been awesome. You can go to their website and use promotion code MFR, Michael's Fish Room, for 10% off your entire order. And that's it. Breeding for Profit Steel Nebula Guppies. Episode 1 is completed. Alright, fishy folks. How to breed? Oy. Breeding for profit, peeps. Steel Nebulas. Have you ever wanted to breed for profit? Me too. Ha! Intro time. Take 1. I don't... This is my process. I stare at the camera and make crap up until something comes out that's either funny or usable. And really nothing so far, so stand by. Steel Nebula Guppies, Breeding for Profit, Episode 1. What the hell was that?